Hey, y'all, it's your girl Shay. Welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing amazing. Look, listen, we're going to get into it today. But first of all, shout out to all my day ones. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following me. Thank you for supporting me. To all of my new subscribers, hello, welcome. You could be anywhere else, but you decided to be here with me, and I'm so very grateful. Thank you so very much. All right, y'all, let's get into the topic. So last week we talked about living single. So I was going to talk about something different today. Then I was like, nah, let's follow this up with my online dating experience. My online dating experience. I done left my right. Y'all see I got messy bun today because she's about to go out and have a little fun. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. How many points I got? I got 4 points, but I kind of want to just talk from my heart too. So if you single out here, yo, it's rough. It's rough if your mind ain't in the right place. It'll have you feeling in your feelings. It'll have you, I don't know. You just will be a mess sometimes, because you be looking at other things and you can't help. People say don't compare yourself to others. People say don't do. It's hard not to do that, especially if you know someone, especially if you know the character and the makeup of somebody. Because I'd be like, I know she trifling and she got, you know what I'm saying? So get your mind in the right posture, in the right space when you start to date, okay? Like in my last video, living single, just because they're there, I've done it in the past, don't make that person the one because they're around. That don't mean they the one, okay? So I want to talk about my online dating experience. So I was on, first of all, don't clown me when I tell y'all what site I was on, okay? Wait a minute. Put me on pause. Go get your favorite drink. Go get your favorite snack. Because we were just going to have girl chat. Or guy chat if you watching me. Guy chat today. Let me tell you something. It was probably like 2017, I think it was. Either 2017 or 2018. Picture it, me on Tinder. Yeah, I was on Tinder, y'all. For like 6 months. Maybe 3 months. I don't know. Anyway. Like maybe 3 or 4 months. Let me tell y'all how it happened. So one of my good girlfriends who I used to work with, she got married and she met this guy on Tinder. They're still married to this day, happily married. So shout out to Ivy. But what happened was she was like, we need to put you on this dating site. I met him there, da. So I'm looking at that relationship. I was like, okay, but I wasn't really that open because y'all know I'm really kind of closed a little bit. Bite size, melt in your mouth. Okay, so I was kind of a little bit closed, but I was like, all right, let me go for it. Let me do it. So we ended up doing it. She created my profile and everything, picked my picture, put my little bio in there, all that other kind of stuff, right? So I started getting, I started swiping and started getting matches. So when it was time for me to get these matches, I was going out. I was meeting, but I was going out on a date like at least 2 or 3 times a week. It felt like every day for a girl like me, okay? Because I'm at work, I'm here, whatever. My dog was still living at the time. I had my dog and he had diabetes. God rest your heart, Noodle. Anyway, so I had to give him insulin shot. It was a lot going on, okay? So I felt like it was like every day, but it wasn't. And we were meeting up for these quick dates. Like we were meeting up at Starbucks, Rita's, little places like that. But the place that I went the most was Starbucks. So we would go in, I would meet the person, we would talk, whatever. Most of the people that I met, they really did look like their profile picture. They really did. It wasn't like no catfish or nothing like that. But sometimes we couldn't even get to that point. The DMs on the Tinder was killing your girl, killing her sister, taking me down, okay? Taking me over and over and over. I was done. I was like, some of the weird stuff people were saying, some of the hang-ups that people have. When you've been in a lot of unsuccessful relationships, you start to become kind of bitter. It was that bitterness was coming out. It was a lot happening up on that little site, okay? And it began to get on my nerves. It began to get on my nerves. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. That's just my opinion. Now, I've seen it work. I actually met someone yesterday who told me that she met a fellow social worker, and she said she met her her boyfriend, her current boyfriend, on Match. But I think that may be a different type of site. But she said that she was on OkCupid before, and this, and this. All I'm gonna say is this: if you go into this, first of all, research have shown that Black women are less likely to have successful matches on online dating, according to Essence Magazine. I don't know when that was. That was a couple years ago. Things may have changed now, but we are out of all of the groups that are on dating sites. Black women fall at the bottom, saying they're least successful in it. So think about that while you're doing this. But you know, like I said before, God can do all things. He can drop somebody off the sky for you when it's time. Okay. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So don't get discouraged or dismayed. Me, your girl, I'm meeting yo the old fashioned way. I ain't getting back on there. It started messing with my whole self-esteem a little bit, because I was feeling like, these people are not serious, or these people are just flaky, or they were moving too fast. Another thing that I experienced, they were moving fast. I mean, these men was wanting to sleep with you within the first week, and maybe it was because it was Tinder. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, y'all watch Love After Lockup? Yo, that's my jam. Yo, that's my show. But like on Love After Lockup, you know, you be getting out after you didn't talk. You've been boo loving on the phone the whole time, and then you get in person and they expect to be boo loving. Like, it's like, yo, I need a minute to take you in. Like your voice, and yeah, that's why I don't believe in all that stuff. I need somebody in my face, in my space. I need to know what your breath smell like when you had a bad day. I know what your attitude is like. I need to know all 365, okay? Not just that little conversation that, you know, you put on to have a conversation with me. But anyway, I got a couple points here for I want you to consider if you are considering online dating. Okay? All right, what am I saying? All right, 0 out of 10, wouldn't recommend. Number one, looks are not a good indicator of natural chemistry. Just because somebody is physically attractive doesn't mean that you all are going to have that spark. Just because someone may not necessarily be physically attractive to you does not mean that y'all won't have that chemistry and that spark. You know, and that's the one thing I don't like about the dating app. You're really going off of somebody's looks. Yeah, you can get a little bit of energy from the picture, depending on the types of pictures that they put up. Like if they're an adventurous type person and they're showing that they're outdoors, and if they're doing like excursions on vacation, you can kind of get an energy feel from that. But like from a regular still, nah, maybe not. So that's the only thing about it, you know. So take your time with it, because don't always look at what someone looks like. Someone else, read their bio, go through it, even have a conversation, as long as they don't look like they off. You know, as long as they looking like they ain't off, they ain't got their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But if they looking kind of decent and they looking well groomed, and even if they may not be your type, swipe anyway, because I was being real strict, and I loosened up. When I loosened up the reins is when I started getting them better picks. Although they still were not the best picks, because your girl is still single. Okay, number two. Some people just don't take good photos and don't know how to pose. Seriously. Especially if you're a woman dating a man. Women are a little bit more conscious about how we present and, you know, how we take pictures and stuff. Men, not so much. I mean, they're not really taking selfies like that. Some men do, but a lot of men don't, especially like in my age bracket. I mean, a lot of guys are not like selfie, they just not good at that, you know? So just know that that's not an indicator. Also, the third thing, sometimes it can be very hard to keep up with the demands of the inboxes and conversations with people. So take your time. You know what I mean? You could have a lot of matches, but take your time. I started to call Bill, Paul, Bill, you know, Dirk, Dwayne. It was a mess. I couldn't keep up. I was like, now who is this again? You know what I'm saying? And that didn't work for me, but it may work for you. You may be the type of person that can keep up with that type of pace, you know, and can deal with a lot of people. So make sure that you're, you know, taking your time If you're not that type of person, you're more like me, you may want to, take more of your time. But other than that, just keep up with it. Keep up with the conversations. Do those inboxes, because I'm going to be honest with you. Those conversations or inbox, don't be so quick to get off of that app and get to your cell phone. That's another thing. Have a Google number. Because they may seem like they was cool at first, and then time tells the whole story, and then they end up being a little, So do that. Have a Google number. Don't be so quick to get off that app for them inboxes. It's okay to be on them DMs, because you're getting a feel of whether you want to go there or not. Okay? And, you got to have energy. Fourth thing, and I think this is my last thing, unless something drops in my spirit. Fourth thing, you have to have energy for this. I know that a lot of people, especially a lot of single women, are so tired of being single. They take this route and they think that it's a microwave or an instant coffee situation. It's not. You still have to take your time like you would in real life. You still would have to. Because the thing about it is, those quick dates and those things, I'm going to be honest with you, they was getting on my nerves. That was getting on my nerves. But the one thing about it is that you still need time to get to know somebody. So don't rush. Don't rush. And a lot of people on the site, depending on what their motive is, everybody gets on for different reasons. Just because some people get on to be predators, some people get on to just scam. Some people, you know what I'm saying? What they say, the Tinder swindler? I mean, it's real out here. You got to be careful. So whatever you do, if you do decide to try online dating, know that you need to take your time. Know that it takes time. You may not find a match. Somebody else could have found a match in 3 months. It may take you a year. It may take someone else a year. It may take somebody else 6 months. You know what I mean? But I really feel like, if you feel like that's better for you, because for me, he gonna have to meet me at Target. He went to see me at the gas station. He gonna have to see me at Giant. He went to see me there. You know what I'm saying? But, God can do all things. Anyway, I hope this has helped you. So if you are considering, it's not for me, but this is a broad audience. The subscribers that I have, I'm sure you come from different walks of life. You may even be different ages, may not even be in my age group. It may be more fitting for you. But just consider those things while you are online dating. Don't count everybody out because of the looks. That's the main thing I want to say. Because when you talk to people on the phone and you hear their voice and you start to get their energy, you start to know you may have some chemistry there. All right, y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram at VShaelle, TheeShaelle. I'll be talking about online dating, grooming, mental health, living good, whatever feels good to your soul. Because that's what your girl do. All right, y'all. I hope this message has inspired you. I hope this message finds you blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video.